Hey guys, I am Daniel Norton, photographer here in New York, and in this video we are going to look at some images I've made, and I'm going to break down the lighting, why I lit it that way, how I lit it, and we'll talk about lighting theory in general. So let's get right to it. This is an image of Sharinna, my good friend Sharinna, who is an amazing actress, and she wanted to do some shots that were really kind of clean and pretty, and I had some new lights to test, so I thought, hey, let's do it. So this is actually, you're looking at it, you're probably thinking, well, that's being lit by the windows. Come on now. You should know me better than that. The windows are definitely affecting the shot, but the key light on Sharinna, what's making her kind of really pop out and showcase her, is actually a dado light HMI, which, let's see if we can get into her eyeballs here. Yeah, we can see it right. You can see the window, what the windows are doing. You see that really bright spot? That is the HMI, right? There's a window behind me, and then there's a really bright spot up top. It is actually creating, oops, the main light on her, which is creating this shadow, right? Because think about it. How could that shadow be there if the light was from the window? It's creating this shadow on her face, and I'm balancing it so that the windows are filling it in. Now, if you wanted, of course, I could have balanced it even better and got rid of the shadow mostly altogether. But I like a little bit of shadow there. I think it adds some shape to it. So for me, that's good. Especially I was using a long-ish lens here, I believe. Does it say what lens I was using? Yeah, I think I was using a longish lens here. I think I was using the Fuji for this, I believe. I can't remember now. Anyways, so she's very compressed. So I wanted to make sure I really squared that jar out. So I wanted to give a little shadow underneath it. I didn't want it to be too flat, right? So we've got this, and again, this is just a matter of thinking about, okay, we want a soft shot, right? So we want to use soft light. Soft light doesn't have to be flat, right? We can have moody soft light with shadows. We've done that before. But I look at what she brought. She had this like really kind of palish, purpley dress, right, and kind of lipstick that's close. If you kind of squint your eyes at it, like she's like maybe a little bit lighter, skin tone wise than it. So your overall contrast ratio, even if you look at her hair to the dress to the skin, is not that great. It's pretty flat, like as far as. So I thought, let's keep it that way, and use the windows. Now I wanted to use the windows for another reason, because the windows have, of course, the repeating pattern of the drapes of the curtains. And we look at her dress, which also has that going on. So, I've chosen this position and the way to lay it out and the way that I placed it and everything that's in the shot to complement the shot that I wanted to make. It's not just a random decision that I put her by the window. I put her there very specifically to bring out this, right? But I didn't want it to look like she's just standing in a bunch of drapes, so I made sure that I also got a little bit of this is like the radiator in the studio there, to set her in a space. I set my ratios correctly so we can see through, so we see her, she has nice curves. She's got a good figure, and she's lit up very nicely, so her eyes are bright, her face is evenly exposed. Everything is very soft. It's very glamorous in a like high profile beauty way, right? It's not like a gritty, sexy glamour. It's more like a magazine cover celebrity glamour. That's kind of what we're going for here. And again, you can get those effects with all different types of lights. In this case, I'm using a relatively hard, because again, I'm using that dado light, but it's pretty far away. So if you look at the shadow line, right? Once again, and we'll see this a lot in some of these things I do, this is actually a hard light. We can tell because of the shadow, right? Hard light. Hard light is giving her texture. Like, look at the texture on. You can see a little texture right there. We have to retouch that, but we've got beautiful texture on the lips. We get texture in the hair. We have texture in the dress. That's because I'm hitting her with a hard light. Then I'm filling it so that she's not just this shadowy, woman. She's basically nice and soft looking. We talked about this before in many videos, where you can use a hard light source and still create a soft looking image because you use fill to kind of balance it out. There's lots of factors that go into lighting. A lot of times people want to simplify it and be like, it's this, but the reality is that there's a lot of things going on, and they interweave and they mix together. When you're learning, sometimes it's good to focus on certain things so you can master it, but as you start to get to that next level where you're really creating images, you want to think about how things kind of play out and how they work together and how you can mix them to create the image that you want to create. So there we go. Soft feeling, glamorous, beautiful, environmental, kind of kind of high key feel with hard light in a space, mixing with daylight, of course. So let me know if you guys like this kind of image. Let me know what else you guys want to see. If you have not already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. And I'll see you next time.